Selling your home can be a really big decision, and you probably are going to have a lot of questions that you want to have answered before you sign on the dotted line with any realtor. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tiffany with LoKation Real Estate and homesofDaytonaBeach.com. As a licensed realtor here in the greater Daytona Beach area, I often get questions from people who are thinking about putting their homes on the market. So in today's video, I'm going to be answering some of those frequently asked questions that come from sellers who are ready to get their home listed and on the market to sell. So if you're ready to gather some valuable information, sit back, relax, maybe take some notes, and let's get started. First up, do you even need to hire a realtor to sell your home? And the answer to that question is no, you don't. You are 100% able to put your home on the market and sell it yourself if that's what you choose to do. Just keep in mind that there is a lot more that goes into selling a home than just throwing a for sale sign up in your yard. You're going to need to make sure that you're available to accommodate showings, that you're marketing your home, and that you can handle all of the contract paperwork, negotiate prices and repairs with buyers, and a whole lot more. So if you want to do all of this on your own and you think that you can handle it, I say go for it. But if you want somebody who's going to be in your corner and guide you through this process from start to finish, then you should definitely consider hiring a realtor to help you sell your home. Next, a lot of sellers ask, what repairs should I make to my home before I put it on the market? And this is a really great question, and sometimes it can be a little bit of a gray area. If your home is really well maintained, but a lot of your features are just outdated, you may have the urge to update your kitchen, your bathrooms, or put in new flooring. My opinion is, and it may not always be the popular opinion, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. Sometimes sellers want to make all of these upgrades to make their homes look more pleasing to the eye, but what they may find out is that when buyers are coming into the home and looking at all of the renovations, it may not be their style and they don't like it. So you've just wasted a ton of time and money, and you may not be guaranteed to get a return on your investment. On the other hand, if your major systems like your AC, your electrical, plumbing, or your roof are not in great condition or they're completely shot, you may want to consider replacing or repairing those items before you put the home on the market. That way you can avoid any surprises during the inspection period when a buyer may come to you and ask for seller's concessions or for you to make those repairs yourself. Now that we've talked about repairs, let's talk about some of the things that you should do before you get your house on the market. You should definitely spruce up your landscaping. Don't spend a ton of money, just make it look nice, and definitely mow your yard because curb appeal is super important. Next, make sure that all of your light bulbs are working. It sets a really bad tone for buyers when they walk into your home and they see a bunch of burnout light bulbs. Next, give your house a really good deep cleaning and declutter it as much as possible. This is going to help your home show better in photos, in video, and it's going to give a buyer a really good idea of how much space they have to work with. Now, if you are still currently living in your home and you're planning on doing that through the selling process, just make sure that you keep your home tidy. It doesn't have to look like a model home, but put away your dishes, put away your laundry, and just make sure that your counters are clutter-free. Another question that I get pretty frequently from sellers is, how do showings work? If you are agreeable to it, your realtor will put an electronic lockbox somewhere on your property, and it's going to contain the keys to your home. The only people who can access this particular box are going to be licensed realtors who have paid a fee to use a specific app that opens the box. Other realtors are going to schedule their appointments through your listing agent, so you never have to talk to anybody else. If you're living in the home, your realtor will confirm that these showings are okay with you. If no one is living in the home, the realtor will just handle all of those schedulings by themselves, and that electronic lockbox is going to keep track of everybody who comes in and out of your property. Sellers will also often want to know how to choose the best offer on their home. Now, whether you're getting one offer or you're getting multiple offers, it's really important to go over these offers with your realtor so you can decide which one is going to be best and will meet your real estate goals. Sometimes it's not always about the purchase price. There are a lot of other factors to consider, including closing dates, contingencies, which I'm going to talk about next, escrow money deposits, inspection periods, and a whole lot more. Fully understanding each offer that you receive is going to help you make your decision and get you to that closing table. Just a second ago, I mentioned contingencies and how they may impact an offer that you choose. There are a lot of different types of contingencies that can be on an offer, including finance contingencies, appraisal contingencies, and buyer needs to sell their home contingencies. Sellers often ask what contingencies are and how they may affect them moving forward in a transaction. Finance contingencies are pretty common, especially with buyers who are getting a loan to purchase the property. Just remember that if the buyer does not get qualified for their loan, they're not going to be able to purchase your home. Appraisal contingencies are also very common, especially with people who are getting loans. Now, if the appraisal doesn't come back at least the offer price, the buyer is not going to be required to move forward with the purchase of the property. The biggest one that can cause the most problems is the buyer's home sale contingency. Basically, a buyer is making an offer on your home with the expectation, whether they're getting a loan or they're paying cash, that they have to sell their own property before they can qualify to purchase yours. And if for some reason their home doesn't sell, they would not be required to move forward with the purchase of your property. Now, contingencies aren't bad, and I'm not saying that you should never accept an offer with a contingency because they do serve their purpose. But just make sure that you're aware of what each contingency means and how it might affect you moving forward. This next one is a big one. Sellers want to know how a realtor is going to market their home properly to get it sold. And you should 100% hire a realtor who's going to do more marketing than just sticking a sign in your yard and waiting for their phone to ring. There's a whole lot more that goes into properly marketing a property, including photos, video walkthrough tours, blog posts, social media posts, open houses, and really knowing how to push your home out to the right buyers. These are some of the most common frequently asked questions that I get from sellers. And I know there may have been some topics that I didn't touch on in this video, so if you have something that you're curious about, just drop me a comment below, or you can reach out to me on our website, homesofdaytonabeach.com, so we can connect and maybe have a more personalized talk about what your goals are, and I can answer any questions that you have. If you're curious about what your home might be worth, you can head on over to my other website, DaytonaHomeValue.com. I'll put that link in the description below where you can get a free home evaluation on your property. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.